Basically almost 19 hours since I last ate, so let's dig in. Good morning, guys. How's it going? I'm gonna take you on a journey with me today of intermittent fasting. I'm gonna show you when I'm gonna eat, the hours that I'm eating, what I eat, and what I don't eat. So come along for the ride, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's the real time, 7:07. Have my first cup of coffee, and because I'm fasting, I'm actually not gonna add any milk, so no cream, just drinking this straight up. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. It just takes a couple weeks for the taste buds to adjust, you know? I also like to start my day by drinking a glass of water. I try to aim for 1 gallon of water per day, but it really depends on the circumstances, you know, like how much I'm exercising, how hot it is, and so forth. All right, so now it's time for my meditation. I listen to Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. There's nothing like being in the present, which is very much easier said than done, especially for me. It helps me to stay focused, stay present in the moment, which then can allow you to have a better, more fulfilling day, feel happier during the day. Meditation has been proven to lower anxiety levels, help deal with stress, resets or rewires the brain circuitry when you do it for long enough periods of time. Yeah, I listen to Eckhart Tolle, which if you're familiar with Batman, it kind of sounds like Bane a little bit, but meditation from Bane can't hurt, right?
Of course.
Well, welcome to our meditation or meditative talk. There may be quite a few newcomers. Meditation is about a shift in consciousness.
Time to get outside and take Legend to the park, which is his favorite thing to do, especially with the ball. Look how excited he is. He's rolling over. He wants belly rubs. He can do this all day. He's ready to go. Yeah, I think Legend's ready to get the ball. Oh, yeah, go get it. Good boy. Go. Good boy. All right, just wrapping up our walk now. Gonna head back. Legend doesn't want to leave. He loves this place, especially during the cold temperatures. The only thing he wished for that he doesn't have right now is snow.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Come on, Legend, come on. All right, so now it's time to hit up the gym. I'm gonna go meet with my personal trainer. She's gonna give me a customized workout for today. I never know what's in store, so I'm excited to find out. Usually I run after I work out, but I wanted to make a change where I started just to run a little bit in the morning just to get my blood flow going, because I feel like it helps me wake up more, especially in that nice and cool air in the morning. Didn't get a chance to do it today, but I plan on changing that tomorrow. You know, a lot of people wonder, can you exercise or should you exercise in a fasted state, whether that be for aerobic cardio exercise or high intensity interval training or resistance training? It's a great question, and I think it just really depends on the person. It also might depend on if you're adjusted to that or not. If you're just starting out and you try working out in a fasted state, it's probably not going to go well for you. At least that's been my experience. But maybe if you go slowly and gradually build up to that point, maybe that's something you can do. And there's some research to suggest that it's actually overall better for you, as in the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So research isn't conclusive on that though. So it's 9:40 now. I still haven't eaten anything. I just had some black coffee. Still intermittent fasting. The last time I ate, 8 o'clock last night, somewhere around there. That's my typical window because I do 16 to 8. Time for the workout. Gonna do mostly chest today. Gonna start by warming up with some jumping jacks. Gonna do 50 reps total here. Next thing is gonna be walkout push-ups, gonna do 10. I have a love-hate relationship with the sled push. In the beginning, it's so much fun pushing that thing around, but by the time I get to the end, I'm absolutely exhausted. My heart rate is through the roof at its maximum of 182 or so, and my lungs are burning, and I'm just completely out of breath. Incline bench press, have 25-pound plates on there. First 15 reps are easy peasy, but the last 5, not so much. Plank taps. At first, my butt is a little too high, so my trainer corrects me.
Drop your hips a little. There you go.
I'm gonna touch that bench 10 times with each hand. Of all the exercises I'm doing today, this is definitely the easiest. I love doing these push-ups with one arm on the kettlebell because I really get a nice stretch on one side. So here I'm doing 10 push-ups for each side. This is a 45-pound plate press with a leg raise. My trainer tells me to keep my shoulders and my head off the ground. So basically, it's like maintaining an ab crunch the whole time. 20 reps total.
Nice abs.
That's gonna complete round 1. I'm gonna do all of that again in round 2 and then again in round 3. At least at this point, I'm starting to break a sweat, even though it's freezing inside this gym, and that's gonna be the entire workout. Gonna head back, go for a little bit of a run, nothing too crazy. My fasting window will probably be finishing up around noon. Right now it's 11:25. Actually, by the time I go to the grocery store, cook something, I'll probably be eating around 2 o'clock. Generally, I aim for 16 to 18 hours of fasting. I'm not always perfect about it. Sometimes I only get to 14, 15, but usually on average, it's about 16 hours. Oh yeah, earlier I was saying working out in the fasted state. So I did high intensity interval training. That was during the fasted state. Sometimes if you do that, you get lightheaded, you get dizzy, just super weak, shaky. I didn't feel like that today. I felt like that before. That was when I was only fasting for a little bit. It really wasn't adjusted to it. Today, I did 3 rounds, and towards the end, I was starting to get exhausted, worn out, maybe a little shaky, maybe a little lightheaded when I do the walkouts and then go up real quick. But it was pretty minimal. I feel pretty good overall. Enough to go for a little bit of run anyway, so. All right, going for a run. Probably do like a mile or so. He actually gets tired around 1 mile. Let's see how it goes.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it so much today. It's also harder when you have a leash in your hand. What do you see now? What's there, huh? A rabbit? Who wants to go after all the little animals? Which he never catches anyway. What are you gonna do with the chipmunk even if you did catch it, huh? Hello?
Hey, Dr. Hansen.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jack calling with. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you, Jack?
Yeah, I wanted to reach out to you here specifically. I'm actually working with the facility in Virginia, and I wanted to connect and see what your availability looked like throughout 2023.
I'm driving right now, so maybe you could email me?
Yeah, I can shoot you over an email. If you want to respond back with a time that works best for a follow-up call, that'd be great.
Great, thanks so much. Yeah, recruiters are always looking to fill shoes, in hospitals. So anyway, the Super 6, those are the food choices or the food group that you should choose from. So all the food that you eat, you should pick from one of the 6. That's gonna be fruits, vegetables, whole intact grains, legumes, so like beans, lentils, chickpeas, that sort of thing. The 5th thing would be lean meat, so like chicken without the skin, and then seafood like salmon. And the 6th group, I just kind of lump it into its own category. That would be eggs. Ideally, you want pasture-raised eggs, where the chickens are roaming around eating what they naturally eat, like grass and insects, those sort of things. And you'll actually see the difference in the color of the yolk, different levels of eggs, but the healthiest level would be the pasture-raised, and they do have more omega-3s in the yolks. Anyway, the 6 categories, those are the food groups that you should choose from. When we go to the grocery store right now, that's what we're gonna be thinking about. No processed food, only unprocessed food. By the time I got inside the grocery store, I realized I'm probably not gonna have enough time to cook and make this video, so I decided to get some prepared food instead. Regardless, I made a point to choose foods from those Super 6 categories of food. Even though I'm not gonna eat eggs today, I do typically eat eggs, and I'm gonna definitely hit on all 5 of those other groups. I didn't have time to cook, and I'm not the best cook to start out with, so I just got some prepared food from Whole Foods, so let's dig in. All right, we got our chicken, we got our mixed colored peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, carrots, got some spinach in there, so our leafy greens, peas in there at the bottom, a little bit of peas there anyway. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, but we're not done yet, no. Here we go, round 2 of some goodness. Roasted red pepper, these are so good. Cauliflower, yeah. Roasted broccoli, lentils mixed with spinach, some pickled jalapenos, and some
Peperoncino.
banana peppers. I'm not sure what they are, but anyway, add some spiciness. Then we got some quinoa here mixed with some carrots. I am getting hungry already. All right, need some water. Oh, I'm a little hot. Okay, take this off. All right, time is 2:38. So I last ate around, I want to say 8 o'clock last night. Now it's almost 3 o'clock. So if you do the math, yeah, that's 24 minus 5. So basically almost 19 hours since I last ate, and I'm definitely hungry. So let's dig in. I love the spicy flavor of those peppers. Another point I want to make is that it's always better to eat slowly because in general, you want digestion and absorption to go slow. So that means eating slow, but also eating foods that have a real slow digestion and absorption. So protein, the fats, and then in terms of carbohydrates, the sugars are going to be absorbed the fastest, which is in general a good idea to avoid the simple sugars. And then in terms of the more complex carbohydrates, talking starches, so there's amylose and there's amylopectin, which is the other starch. Well, the good starch is amylose because it takes longer for that to be digested and absorbed. The slower that those carbohydrates are absorbed, the slower and the lower of an insulin release you get from the pancreas. So you don't want an insulin spike. You want it to be a very slow rise and then slow decline. So like this, not like this. Roasted red pepper. So earlier what I was saying about the Super 6, I don't have eggs here, but I do have the other 5. Well, for right now I have 4. I got the whole intact grains, I have the vegetables, I have legumes in the form of lentils in here. I got the lean meats, that lean chicken right there. And of course got the vegetables, got the spinach, those leafy greens, can't go wrong with that. Also got peas, broccoli, so more vegetables, more green vegetables, also the peppers. Silent beggar. So on this plate, you get both the soluble and the insoluble fiber. Most people get about 10 to 15 grams of fiber per day. Really should be eating 25 to 30 grams per day. And that includes both the soluble and the insoluble fiber. You're only gonna get insoluble fiber by eating real food. So unprocessed food where insoluble fiber is still there. Because when they process food, that's what they get rid of, is that insoluble fiber. So plenty of vitamins and minerals in each of these. Everything that you're gonna need and then some. Plenty of antioxidants in here. The one thing that this plate is missing is omega-3 fatty acids, but don't worry, I got something for you later on. Yeah, that's really the main thing. So fiber and omega-3s are super important and people need to get enough of those to be at their optimum. Definitely getting protein from the chicken, quinoa, getting some from the peas in here, from the lentils. I did add a tiny bit of goat cheese. I love goat cheese, it's so good. Almost done. I'm pretty full though. The thing with intermittent fasting, eating real food, and with exercise, all 3 of these things, these are what I call the big 3. That's the best thing that you can do to get your mitochondria as healthy as possible. And you're only as healthy as your mitochondria. Any of these 3 things will improve your mitochondria. You want them replenished, and that's what happens when you intermittent fast. That's what happens when you exercise, and also when you eat real food, meaning unprocessed food. If you want to ruin your mitochondria, a great way to do that is by eating foods with added sugar, because that fructose really does a number on those mitochondria. Both exercise and intermittent fasting stimulate autophagy and mitophagy, which is literally the cell recycling its organelles, its components, but also mitophagy specifically where the mitochondria undergo replenishment. So out with the old, in with the new, keeping your cells feeling fresh, and to help clean up the things that go wrong inside your cells, like mutations. That's where you want to be. That's why I call it the big 3, because all 3 of those things will do that. And why not stack all those on top of each other? Intermittent fasting, exercise, and eating unprocessed food, real food. Finish this up here. Doesn't hurt to get some probiotics in you. The best source of probiotics would be kefir. Number 2 on that list would be the Greek yogurt without any added sugar. The key is no added sugar. Make sure it says live active cultures on it. That means probiotics. I like this one because it's grass-fed cow and unsweetened, no sugar added. Just a little bit. Smooth and creamy with a little sour. And look at what we have here. Yes, one of the top 10 superfoods of all time, the pomegranate, or pomegranate seeds anyway. Pomegranates have really ridiculous health benefits. They have all sorts of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, of course, that fiber that I mentioned. But here's the key. Don't think that pomegranate juice equals this right here. It doesn't. It has all those vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and all those good things for you, except the insoluble fiber. So the difference between eating this and drinking pomegranate juice is that all that sugar, this has sugar, all parts being equal, your intestine is going to absorb the pomegranate juice sugar faster than the sugar from this, because the fiber that's in here actually slows down that digestion and absorption of that sugar. This one's going to cause a lower and slower insulin spike compared to the pomegranate juice. That's why unprocessed is better than processed. Can you hear that crunchiness? And you know I'm not talking about healthy without talking about a super smoothie. After all, we need our omega-3s, right? Grab your frozen banana, organic frozen banana. Organic frozen strawberries. I'm gonna do about 1 cup, cup and a half. Got some coconut cream right here, which is from this can right here. Look at that. Oh yeah, looking so good already. Just 3 ingredients so far. And maybe at this point you're like, dude, you said you're gonna add omega-3s. Oh.
Be careful what you wish for.
I got them right here in spades. About 2 teaspoons or so. Also a bunch of protein, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, in case you want the nutrient facts there. Did someone say more fiber in omega-3 fatty acids? Ounce for ounce, this has 8 times the amount of omega-3s compared to salmon. Also per serving, 5 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. If you want like the best source of fiber or one of the best sources of fiber, protein as well, omega-3s, you cannot go wrong with the chia seeds. About 1 tablespoon here. Or so. For a little extra sweetness without any actual sugar, this is monk fruit extract. 0 calories, 0 sugar. Just a few drops, boom, 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 boom. Unsweetened, organic coconut milk. Shake well. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if you really want to go gung-ho with the omega-3s, I mean, there's already plenty of omega-3s in this one, but flaxseed would be another option, as well as walnuts. Of all the nuts, walnuts have the highest amount of omega-3s. And now, my friends, you know what time it is. It's time to hit it and spin it. We need a little more milk in this one. Hit it and spin it, part 2. All right, still too thick, too thick. Hit it and spin it, part 3. Satisfying. Oh, this one's thick. It's also super frozen because of all those frozen ingredients that I added. Strawberries. Oh yeah. Now, I'm not gonna drink all this right now. I'm gonna put it in one of these containers. I'm gonna pour the rest in here, that way I can have it for later. And I'll probably finish it right before my fasting window closes at 8 o'clock tonight. Right now it's 4 o'clock. Plus I got leftover that same food that I ate earlier. So if I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I won't eat. Otherwise, I won't eat until tomorrow around probably noon. That would be my 16 hours. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much what I eat in a day. And that's it. Does Legend want a chicken treat? Good boy. Pretty soon, it's time for me to get some sleep, but before I do, I always remember to secure my most valuable possessions. For all you intermittent fasters out there, let me know what you do for eating, when you eat, what you eat, do you exercise during the fasted state? I'm curious, so let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if you'd like for me to make another video of a day in my life of intermittent fasting. It's your butt. Thanks for watching.